Hey everybody, what's up? So I thought I'd make this video for fun, but I really do feel like retro gaming is kind of pointless now to some degree, like trying to get into the hobby now. Obviously, as you can see, I love my retro systems. That's my favorite console of all time. I got my CRT. I got the CRT on the side of the road for free. I had to walk it back home for 5 miles. That was a fun time. Had to buy the remote separately. The power button on the remote doesn't work too well, so I have to fix that. I have to fix and change some of my batteries in some of my games, which I've done already. But it just got me thinking, because some of these prices on these games are just outrageous. I don't think anything I'm going to say in this video is really all that shocking and new. But I just thought I'd make a video. It's been a while since I've made a video, and I thought I'd just hop on here and talk about some stuff. And, I play a lot on my computer here. I emulate a lot on my PC, as well as I study Japanese over there. I just beat Super Metroid twice in 2 days, 3 times in 2 days, just for fun. I beat it in 1 hour and 39 minutes, so that was pretty cool. But, just looking at some of there's honestly no point in owning physical games anymore, unless you're like a super fan like I am about the SFC, that guy right there, the N64, the Game Boy. Like, those are the systems I'm really into. Although, to be honest, I've sold 98% of my N64 collection is now gone, because I emulate all those games on my PC with ease, or my cell phone or whatever. And I'm kind of like, I live with my parents still for the moment, and I'm really just living out of my bedroom, like a studio apartment. I don't have a lot of room, especially after I just built Sazabi. Check him out, my favorite mobile suit of all time, baby. I don't have a lot of room to work with in my bedroom, so I'm always thinking about how I can optimize space. And just having that many games, it was like, oh my goodness. And you know what? I didn't really play a lot of them, except my go-tos, like Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Star Fox, Ocarina of Time, just to name a few off the top of my head, Mario 64. But I emulate all those games now, and the only ones I kept was Japanese Star Fox 64, because I really believe that to have the best experience with that game, you have to play it on original hardware. Just like that's how I feel about Super Metroid, even though I have Super Mario Kart in there right now. But, when I emulate Super Metroid, for whatever reason, I can't wall kick properly. It just doesn't, it's really hard to do for some reason. I'm not sure if it's because of the middleman that is the emulator that's in between myself, my inputs, and the output, probably. I don't know, but my best playthroughs are always done on my SFC, not on the PC or my phone or my alternative devices that I've emulated super over the years. And when you do collect games and stuff, like, even like me, I do a lot of electronics, like it's a hobby of mine. And I used to mod systems and stuff like that, and refurbish consoles and sell those. It's a lot of work, and I only want to have like a handful of games on my Super Famicom that I know I'm going to play, which is what I have. I think I'm keeping Super Metroid, obviously. It's my favorite Super Famicom game of all time. Mario World, the best 2D Mario game ever made. Fight me. I'm just kidding, don't do that. It's my favorite one. I think it's the best. I do believe Mario 3 is a harder game, but World is like wide open, like Creed style, Scott Stapp, baby. You know what I'm saying? Wide open. You can pretty much do whatever you want, almost whatever you want in Mario World. Keeping Super Mario Kart. I'm keeping Hyperzone. I'm keeping Gojira Kaiju Daikaisen, which is like a fun 2D fighting Godzilla game. And what else was I keeping? One other one. I can't remember what it was. But it'll come to me here in a minute. But what was? Oh, Gradius 3. That's another one I'm keeping. But yeah, prices are just through the roof. It's really just not worth it. Honestly, I do remember the days back when you can get a Super Nintendo or an N64 for like $20 at a garage sale. They couldn't give them away fast enough, and now it's because of the I almost said pandemic. And COVID and WADA with their graded games. Everybody thinks they have gold now. Everybody thinks that their games are worth $1 million or whatever. And it's just not the case. So it just sucks now. So I would just recommend to anybody, if you are gonna like it, I mean, if you want to listen to me, yeah, that's fine. But if you don't want to, that's cool too. Um, but I would say, if you know, pick a console, pick one console at least that you really, really love. Like for me, SFC. It used to be N64, but now it's SFC. For sure, and always will be. But oh, and my two Super Game Boys, I'm keeping both of those. I've got the first one and then the Game Boy 2 for the Super Famicom. I'm keeping those as well. And I would say buy a couple games that you really enjoy and emulate everything else as much as you can. And speaking of which, I gotta charge my phone because it's dying, so pardon me. But inside this homemade felt case that your boy made, it's got a zipper I like to sew. I made a book pocket for my coat, and I made this one night. I recommend, if you're trying to get into emulation on the go, let me see if I can open this with one hand here. My phone's about to die, so I have to charge it. This right here, you guys have probably heard of this, but I found this at a secondhand store that I frequent a lot. It's the Miole. It's in my Japanese eyes now. It says Miole, but I think it's Miu in Chinese. The Mini Plus. Look at that beautiful smoke black Super Famicom style buttons. I love this thing. 3.5-inch IPS screen. It's got a screen protector on it. 128 gigabyte micro SD right there. USB-C charging. 1/8 of an inch headphone jack for stereo sound. This thing is amazing, dudes. I have 300 games on here that I've accrued over time, and I've only had this thing for like not even a week, to be honest. But honestly, this is where I'm at right now. But nothing plays. Super Metro doesn't play any better on here. You know, it plays the best right over there. So there are certain games that play better on original hardware. Super Metroid, Star Fox 64 being two examples. But if you don't have one of these, you can get one of these for about $50, I think. They have a lot of models and variations, but this is really awesome. So I spend a lot of time just kind of playing on here. I've got all my Pokemon games in Japanese and English. So many Famicom titles. Just ridiculous craziness. It's just so cool, man. And they've got a ton of accessories for this too. But but to be honest with you guys, remember, this will never replace that. Not for me. I'm just saying. I'm more of a retro gamer myself, which is true. But this is pretty fucking sweet. You know what I mean? So we have to use our noggins, especially nowadays. Times are really, really tough for everybody. Hopefully things get turned around soon somehow. I don't know who's going to do that, but I'm a very optimistic person, so hopefully that changes. But yeah, I thought I'd make a video talking about what's the point in collecting physical games anymore, unless, you know, modern systems, that's a little bit different. Because we are kind of going into an all digital future. Everybody knows this. I've seen so many people speak hyperbolically about it online on YouTube. You know, how you don't own anything, you're just licensing your games, and it's all true. So I don't know. I would also argue, if you can control your desires to buy new games or be affected by our consumerist culture as much as possible, you'll be in a better spot for it. You won't feel the need to, you won't be bothered by any of this bullshit because it won't matter to you, you know? And that's true power. Anyway, so I hope this video was fun to watch. Yeah, check out the Miole, I'm going to call it Miole Mini Plus. It's fantastic and highly recommended. This model is the, oh, I already said that out loud. Never mind. Anyway, guys, hopefully this was a fun video. More fun videos to come. I'm going to do another portfolio walkthrough here soon. I'm just getting some drawings together. But anyway, guys, until next time, Happy New Year. Peace.